Hi everyone, good morning. It is Sunday morning, but more than that, it's my son's birthday today. So it's Luke's birthday today. He is 34. So yay, happy birthday, Luke. Because of that, I thought I'd make a little bit of an effort. Now, Luke is staying with us at the moment. He's kind of been here since way before Christmas, and then he does have his own flat, but because of the pandemic and because of helping us out when we couldn't get out, etc, etc, he's sort of been here the majority of the time to help us out. I've had to close the blinds in here, so if I get a streak coming across my face like that, it's because I've moved too much that way. It's very, very sunny out today. But I thought I'd put on a little bit of makeup today. And I feel I've got a sneeze coming on as well. So, as you know, if you've been with me for a while, you know that I'm... honestly, I contracted COVID. Well, actually, Luke did. I did. Chris did over Christmas. Goodness knows where we got it from. We are all double vaccinated and have boosters. So I've no idea where we got it from. And we're still sort of struggling with the cold and the blah, blah, blah that you get with it, you know. So I haven't really felt like doing any makeup or anything like that. I did make him a cake yesterday. I might share it in this video, or I might just put a picture in this video. Anyway, so I'm going to get a little bit of makeup on because I just feel like I want to get a bit of makeup on. So does that mean I'm starting to feel a bit better? Possibly. Let's pop a primer on. So this came in, I think this came in a glossy box when I used to have it, Figs and Rouge. It's a really nice primer actually. Am I straight on to you or not? Is that a bit better? That might be better. So I'm just gonna pop a bit of primer on. I've done all my skincare this morning. I'm one of those people that puts a lot of my makeup on using my fingers. Especially like primers and things like primers, foundations. So which foundation should I pop on? Lisa Armstrong. This is an Avon one, and actually this is on half price at the moment. Is it, I want to say £9 on the in Avon. So as you know, or you may not know, in the description box, so I just actually under where I sign off Love Lesleyanne is my little link to my Avon store if you wanted to go over and have a look. But all of the Lisa Armstrong stuff is actually half price right now. I think this is actually a little light for me. It's number 10, but I can like darken it up a little bit just with you know, bronzers, etc. That's the colour. That's the colour. Actually, looking at that, doesn't look too dark, too light, does it? So have a look. No, probably not. But the coverage, you can see, is brilliant. Now, the reason I like to apply my foundation, etc., with my fingers more than anything, is because I do have rheumatoid arthritis. Sometimes feel that faffing about with a brush or a sponge is a little bit sort of problematic, you know, sort of like the dexterity. Sometimes it I end up feeling like a little bit pain in my hands because the brush is quite thin. But yeah, anyway, I still prefer it to do it this way. It's how I always used to do it in the good old days. So why not do it now? So as I'm really cutting right back, I mean, January is my no spend month. I did it last year and I'm doing it this year, other than food and like my children and grandchildren's birthdays. I've got 3 birthdays in January, so I've got Luke's today, I've got my little grandson Otis a bit later on in the month, and then Hannah's is the last day of the month. So yeah, I've set new budgets and I'm sticking to them. But they're the only things that I'm buying in January, and actually pretty much all year round. I'm doing a very low spend 2022. I've been so wasteful in the past, and you know why? Silly, isn't it? So I'm going to use up all the makeup that I've got before I buy any more. I mean, it's different if somebody buys it for me. I know, you know, that's great. But I'm personally not going to be buying any more makeup myself. I'm using everything I've got, same as my clothes. And I've actually sold some pieces lately. Oh, I need to do something about that. On Vinted, like the clothes that I just don't wear anymore. And I've still got a ton up here that I need to sort out. Anyway, look at this foundation. Coverage isn't bad, is it? And apart from, oh, that is annoying me. I'm going to have to try and block that up a bit more. Apart from anything else, it's actually quite luminous. Give me a sec. Behave yourself, Mr. Blind. Goodness me. I've still got one of those little bit, but I just can't help that. It's just coming through. Anyway, so there we are. So that's my foundation on. I'm not going to go sort of like OTT and put tons of stuff on. I am, however, going to put on my bronzer. I'm not contouring or anything like that. But this is a Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in... Oh, it's number 2 and it's medium. Hello. Oh, thank you. Just putting on a bit of makeup.
Right?
Putting on a bit of makeup.
Thank you, my darling.
Thank you. So I'm just going to pop a bit of this on. So just see what I mean. Even if your foundation's a little bit pale for you, you can always, you know, sort of like add a bit more colour to your face by putting a bit of bronzer on, etc. So I just like to just pop a little bit up there. Bit more under there. And there we go, that's done. Then I also like to use, don't like that brush very much. Let's have a look at my brushes. This is the other thing that I use this bronzer for, is on my eyes. So tap a little bit off, and then I'm looking in my mirror here on my dressing table. So I just use this sort of like in the crease line. So although it is a little bit pricey, I didn't buy this actually. It was from my son and daughter-in-law a couple of Christmases ago. It's lasted brilliantly. But it's one of those things that if you're going away and you didn't have a lot of room to take, you know, an awful lot of makeup, or rather than take a load of different products with you, you can use this sort of, you know, for your eyes, your body, your face, everything like that. Then what I tend to do is I go in with, this is a Laura Geller, had this Yonks as well, and it is a highlighter and I want to say rouge, but that's a really old-fashioned word. What am I thinking of? Oh my gosh. Blush. A blush. I don't know what's wrong with me, honestly. Right, another brush, and then I just take like the highlighter bit. That I pop a little bit under the arch of my brow. Just like that. And then I pop a little bit in here. So I just like the way that just sort of brightens up the corner of your eye, especially if you've got like, I'm tending to get a lot of dark circles and darkness in the corner of my eye these days. But hey ho. So I do that. Then I'm going to go in with So this is something I recently bought and I haven't used it yet. I didn't buy it in January, being a good girl. So this is one of the glimmer sticks and this is in the colour Opal. So I'm going to be using that one in a minute. But first of all, I'm going to do sort of like the under waterline of the top lid. So for that, I'm going to use, this also is a glimmer stick by Avon, and this is in the blackest of black. So super soft, so soft. So just looks like that. So I go, what I do to apply it, it's a lot easier doing it this way, because you're not sort of like blinking like this. Some people can hold their lids up, and I can't do that. So I just pop it there, right there in the corner, okay? Then I close my eyes. And I just sort of draw it. So you can see the difference, right? Close your, pop it in there in the corner. There we are. My eyes are still quite red and quite watery, and apparently, you know, I had well, I still haven't been back to the eye hospital because I wasn't allowed to go in because of obviously that's where I proved positive for COVID. So I've got to wait to go back to the eye hospital, but apparently one of the symptoms is red eyes and vomiting. So I wasn't aware of that, you know. So it might be that my eyes being red still is all part of COVID. Anyway, I'm going to go in with the Opal now. So this is the first time I've used this one. It's like a silvery grey. And this one, oh, it does tickle. This one, I'm just brightening up sort of like the waterline at the bottom. Now my eye's watering a bit. Okay, forgive me for being a bit sort of sniffy. Okay, so now I'm going to just do my brows. I use this, I really love this. It's by NYX or NYX, I'm never sure how you pronounce it, and it's just the brown mascara. This is in the shade, I think it's just brown. It's brunette. Yeah, so it's in the shade brunette. So easy. So I just literally go sort of like very lightly the wrong way on my brows, which are very, I've said it, I say it all the time, I treated them so badly when I was a youngster, you know, plucked them within an inch of their life, shaved them off, all the rest of it, and I'm paying the price for it. But there we go. Oops. And that's the first one done. Oh gosh, I've got a really watery eye now. Same on this one. Just sort of go back. You don't have to do this, but because I've got quite a lot of white in my eyebrows now, and I don't like to pull them all out, pluck them all out, because I've got very sparse eyebrows anyway, that I wouldn't end up with any. And I know people, I know it has been said before, I could get them, what's it like, tattooed on. I don't like the look. I really don't. I just don't like the look. It's just not me. I mean, everybody for themselves, I know, and I'm sure it would make them look a whole lot better for a certain length of time and save a whole load of, you know, having to do your eyebrows. But I honestly think as you get older, you know, things sort of drop, don't they? They all go south, and I'm thinking, I'll have these stupid eyebrows that are here, and then they're going to drop, and they're going to be even lower on my face, and they're like sort of semi-permanent or permanent, because they're tattooed, I think, aren't they? I need to get a tissue, guys. Hold on, I'll be back once I've... Okay, so now I'm going to use, this is another one from Avon, actually. It's the Lash Supreme Volume Primer. So it's a bit like putting the primer on your face before your foundation. Look, I look like I've been lasered. So it's just a little primer. It's not a heavy one. You know, some of them with the little white primers you get, you put it on and it almost looks like you're living in Narnia. You know, you're like, or you're something out of Frozen with these white lashes. It doesn't do that. Although it is white, it doesn't lay heavy on your lashes. I really wanted to make an effort today. Just because it's Luke's birthday, I really don't feel like it. I don't do the bottom lashes. And I'm going to leave that to just dry a little bit. Have a slurp of the coffee that Chris made me. Still a wee bit hot. I can pop all this away now. Before I put my mascara on, I'll probably put a little bit of blusher on. My favourite still is this one by Dolten, and it's in the colour Dream Whip. It's beautiful. I just use it and use it and use it. I love it. You can see I've used it quite a bit, and you just need the tiniest bit. And when I put my blush on, you know, they say smile, get the apples of your cheeks like this, and it should be here. Well, sorry, well, when we get older, our apples are falling off the tree. So you go like this, and then if I was to put it there, okay, and then I stop doing that, it'd be down here. I don't want it down there, so I tend to just dab it up here a little bit higher, so it's sort of like the very top of the tree. You know, put your apple at the top of your cheek, just a little bit. So that's what I sort of do now, because I was noticing, it was like when I was looking back sometimes at videos or photographs, I'm thinking, what's happening? Where's your blusher? It's like slipped down. Well, obviously it hadn't, but I was still following the rules, you know, the makeup rules. Oh, put it on the apples of your cheeks, forgetting that when you get older, the apples fall. I don't know. So a lot of this stuff can go away. I'm going to go in with my first coat of mascara. I'm going to go in with this one, actually. Again, this is Avon, but I do love it at the moment. I really, really love it, which is why I started to do it, because, you know, I was buying it and then I thought, well, why not do it myself, really? So that's why I decided to do it, you know. This is the Avon True Euphoric Mascara. That is what it looks like. It's that sort of purpley, do you remember the days of the tonic suits? If you're my age, I mean, I'm going to be 65 in June, so, you know, when I was at school, there was sort of like the skinheads and, you know, the mods and stuff, and the tonic suits, and we had the feather haircuts, which I think now has come back, and they're calling it the wolf cut. So yeah, been there and done it. What goes around comes around, right? So I'm just going to sort of like look in the mirror. I never go heavily on my eyelashes, purely and simply because I'm not blessed with great lashes. But this primer, as you can see, it does definitely help. I know Avon have got a sale on at the moment. I have got some things from the sale, but not for me, for birthdays, for people. well, the females anyway. There's not really a lot in there for the guys. Or my sons wouldn't wear necessarily like the fragrances. But the bubble baths are amazing. We're really enjoying the bubble baths at the moment. They're about £2, £2.50 for a great sort of litre or something. A great big bottle of bubble bath. They're beautiful. And the shampoo, I've been using the shampoo, love that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in with a couple of coats of mascara. I prefer these bigger brushes, the big ones. I know the little ones are great. They get in all the little lashes and everything. Oh gosh, that blooming. There's Elsie barking at somebody going by. Would not be a video, would it, if I didn't have a dog barking? The dogs are in the hall. Oh gosh, I don't like that bit there. The dogs are in the hallway. They can go wherever they want, but they've decided to stay in the hallway. And we've got, like, you know, sort of glass panels coming down either side of the door, the front door. So, I mean, it is that sort of mottled glass, you know. But of course they still see through that, don't they? They still see. I mean, they see sometimes at night. We get the foxes come and they decide to go and plonk their backsides on our front doorstep, which is cute. I mean, I absolutely love it. But the dogs go ballistic. But honestly, the foxes kind of look round and say, "What's your problem? You know, I've claimed this step." It was only not long before Christmas. Chris was putting out the rubbish into the wheelie bin at the front, and sort of out the corner of his eye, so the front door was still open, out of the corner of his eye he could see something moving, and he looked around and it was a fox, just like, you know, coming up the garden path, ready to claim its step. Front door was open. Chris was like, "It's going to go indoors." Oh gosh, lighting. It's just going to go straight indoors, and the doors are going to go. It's all going to kick off in there. So he managed to quickly sort of get in front of it, and sort of get in and shut the door. But how adorable! You know what I'm like. Love animals. Love them. I would never do anything to, you know, encourage them or anything like that. You know, they're wild animals and you sort of leave them to be wild, but I adore them. I really love them. Oh, sun's gone in a bit, but brilliant. Just tiny bit on my bottom lashes. Don't make a fuss of my bottom lashes. I think you just see the bags under my eyes a little bit more. So that's that. And the last thing I'm going to do is just go over with a bit of setting powder. This is by, I think it's Revolution Pro, and it's the CC Perfecting Pressed Powder in Cool. That's what it looks like. It looks a bit like a highlighter, but it isn't. It's a powder. So I just literally sort of go over my nose, and then I go a little bit up here where I still perspire because of the flipping menopause, and I don't go right under the eyes because I find that just sits in the wrinkles, you know. So I put a bit on the chin, a bit on the top lip, and that's about all I do for the powder. Then what I like to do, I'm just going to go back to my bronzer again. I've got a hottie on again, gosh, flipping heck. Right, so I've got my bronzer, and then I just take a little tiny bit and I put one stroke, 2 strokes, just that. It just deepens the Cupid bow a little bit. Right, so get all my brushes out the way. I'm going to have to go and open that door because I'm just sweltering, absolutely sweltering. Oh, it's a hot one today. This is a Rimmel one, and I haven't worn it for absolutely ages, and it's in the colour nude pink, and it definitely is a nude pink. As a rule, I don't really wear this colour very often. But sometimes I do want to, you know. So I'm going to wear it today. So let me find a lip liner that's going to go with it. So I think I'm going to go with this one. I have got a terrible sweat on where I'm still menopausal, even at my age. I started my menopause, you know, when I was about 38, I think. I was about 38, 36, 30, about 38 maybe, yeah. Oh gosh, honestly, it just doesn't, it's relentless. It does not let up. I mean, my mum, she's in her very late 80s now. She still has hot flushes. There's not a lot of hope for me, is there? I'm going to go for this lip liner. This, again, is an Avon one. It's Avon True, and it's in the colour Pink Cashmere. Get my hair out of my sweaty face. So it's one of those retractable ones, okay? So I'm just going to look that sort of way. Very pale pink. But because the actual lipstick itself is very pale for me, because my lips are naturally quite dark, and then I sometimes feel really washed out if I put a pale lipstick like that on, but I do actually quite like them. But if I've got a lip liner on, there's a little bit of a definition between sort of skin tone and lipstick. Lip liner done. So that's the actual, like, that's the colour of it. I've had that for so long, I don't even know if they still do it. I imagine they would, but I've, you know, had that for years and years. Right, lipstick on. It's a very sort of shimmery, as you can see. It's beautiful, actually. I've forgotten how lovely it is. Very summery and holiday. So that's going to be my lipstick of the day. So it's the Rimmel in nude pink. It's the Rimmel in nude pink. Beautiful. So I'll take that one downstairs with me because I'll be topping up with that sort of like throughout the day. So makeup done. That's as much as I'm doing today. When I washed my hair last night and I had a bath and washed my hair, I just sort of like twisted it and just sort of pinned it up on the top of my head using these. And then one of the little elastic bands at the bottom, and these little tiny ones. So I just twisted it just to give it a little bit of like a bit of a curl in it today. Sort of do something to the top. It's gradually getting lighter again, thank goodness. Still got a great big blob of purple there though. Let it do its own thing and be a little bit wavy without having any harshness onto your head, you know, no heat or anything like that. It's quite sweet, doesn't it? So I'll just pop it all behind my ears. No fuss, just a few waves. And I know what I'll do. I'll end up just popping this up because I will get so hot I won't be able to deal with it. I like these today. These are really, really nice, really pretty. Bought these way back in the summer from, I think I got them from Shein. I'm sure I did. I will have a look because if I did, I would have done a video on it, because I'm sure I got like several pairs of earrings and they're like pennies. Honestly, they really are pennies. So yeah, I'll just wear those just wear those today. So I thought, oh, I'm going to go all out today. Well, I haven't really, but I feel like I've gone all out because I've made such an effort compared to what I normally do. Hello, who's that? Is that my little Elsie? Right, I'm going to go get myself dressed then, my lovelies. More dressed, and I've decided to just clip the sides of my hair up away from my face because I'm starting to get really hot already. I knew I would. When I go downstairs, I'm going to take a scrunchie with me because I know I'll end up putting my hair up. If you are interested at all in seeing any vintage looks, just let me know in the comments. It's been a while. It's been a good, wow, maybe a couple of years since I've done a vintage look. I often used to do vintage hairstyles and vintage makeup, and if it's something that you'd like to see, then just let me know, and that's something that I do. I'm also going to do like a jewellery review, some of my jewellery. I have done sort of like when I've sorted things out, not decluttering jewellery, but I've like sorted where I'm putting it, you know. I've done videos like that before, but some of my finer jewellery I can do, and also on my Pandora bracelets, because I've had a couple of people have said to me, oh, can you do them if you do a video of your Pandora bracelets and your charms and what they mean to you. So I can do that as well. Literally just got on a pair of leggings. I think it was from Lara Do, I'm sure. This t-shirt was from, I think it's H&M. The dress is H&M. I got it in the summer 2021. It's such a versatile dress, although it is a summer dress. I think it's viscose, which is a lovely fabric, especially when you're like heating up like a hot water bottle, you know, and coming to the boil. Although as I say, it's a summer dress, it's one of those that you can wear just by putting a t-shirt underneath, long sleeve, short sleeve. It's very, very versatile. I'll show you what it looks like. So yeah, this is just a little dress. If I go back, you can probably see my little leggings. Oh, and I've got my slippers on because I'm a slipper girl. I live in my slippers when I'm at home. So yeah, this is just a little dress, and it's got like a it's almost sort of a different length on one side. It's tiered down here at the bottom, but it's very, 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 very comfortable indeed. And as I say, it's really, really versatile. I need to go downstairs now and see my son and to give him his birthday gift. Last thing, I'm just going to put some perfume on. This was one of my presents actually from Chris for Christmas, and it's Dior, and it's Dior Addicts. And obviously when you've got fine jewellery on, like especially pearls, you really need to keep those away from any fragrance. So I'm just going to like put it over the clothes today. Oh, it smells beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Right, that's me done. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm all dressed up with nowhere to go because I can't go anywhere anyway. But I'm going to go down and enjoy my boy's birthday. I'll talk to you in my next video. If you have enjoyed this video, please give me a nice big thumbs up. If you have enjoyed it, as I say, if you haven't already subscribed, I'd absolutely love you to subscribe to my channel. And of course, if you want to see any more from me, that's why that little notification bell there. If you press that, YouTube will then let you know when I've done a new upload. So I will talk to you in my next video. Bye bye, my lovelies. Bye. Take care, everyone, won't you? Bye. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lukey. Happy birthday to you.